Picture this, you've just walked through the door, finally home after a long, draining day at work. You kick off your shoes, ready to sink into the couch and just breathe. But as you take that first step into your sanctuary, your sock lands in a puddle of dog pee, again. That familiar wave of frustration washes over you. You might even find yourself thinking, he knows he's not supposed to do that. I just took him out an hour ago. A little voice in your head whispers, is my dog doing this out of spite? Is this some kind of revenge for leaving him alone? It's a thought that crosses almost every frustrated dog owner's mind. Well, here's the truth, and it's the most important thing you'll hear today. Your dog isn't trying to get revenge. They aren't capable of the complex, premeditated emotion of spite. Thinking that way is a classic case of what experts call anthropomorphism, projecting our very human emotions and motivations onto our pets. It's a natural thing to do, but in this case, it's a trap. And here's why. Believing your dog is acting out of malice leads to punishment. We scold them, we might point angrily at the spot, or worse, resort to outdated and harmful methods like rubbing their nose in it. But from your dog's perspective, this is terrifying. They don't connect your anger with the puddle they made hours or even minutes ago. All they understand is that the person they love most in the world is suddenly angry and unpredictable. This creates fear and anxiety. And guess what one of the biggest triggers for inappropriate urination is? Anxiety. So, by reacting with anger, you're not solving the problem. You're accidentally fueling a vicious cycle of stress and accidents. The pee isn't an act of defiance, it's a desperate signal. Your dog is trying to communicate with you in one of the only ways they know how. Your job isn't to be a disciplinarian, but a detective. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to put on our detective hats and decode what your dog is really trying to tell you. This isn't just about cleaning up messes. It's about rebuilding trust and understanding with your canine companion. We'll break down the most common culprits behind indoor peeing, separating them into 3 main categories: urgent medical issues that could require a trip to the vet, deep-seated behavioral problems like anxiety or excitement, and surprising environmental triggers that might be hiding in plain sight in your own home. We'll explore everything from urinary tract infections and bladder stones to separation anxiety, submissive urination, and territorial marking. You'll learn to read the signs, understand the why behind the what, and discover effective, positive reinforcement strategies to solve the problem for good. And I promise, you'll want to stick around for all of them, because number 5 is a reason that flies under the radar for even the most experienced dog owners, and understanding it could fundamentally change your relationship with your dog. Let's start with the most common myth, that your dog pees in the house to get back at you. Nope, dogs don't think like that. What you see as revenge is actually anxiety, confusion, or a physical problem. Every puddle has a message, you just need to decode it. If your house-trained dog suddenly starts peeing indoors, treat it as urgent. It could mean a urinary tract infection, bladder stones, or even kidney disease. Imagine your dog holding pain in their tiny bladder all day. They simply can't do it. This isn't bad behavior, it's a health crisis. Let's paint a picture that's all too common. You've had a long day. You walk through the door, and there it is, a puddle on your favorite rug. The frustration is instant, and your first impulse might be to find your dog and let them know they've done something wrong. This is mistake number 3, and it's a big one. The training disconnect. Here's where so many well-intentioned owners go wrong. You see the mess, you find your dog, who is probably happily greeting you, and you scold them. But from your dog's perspective, this punishment comes out of nowhere. They have absolutely no idea why you're suddenly angry. To understand why, you have to think like a dog. Dogs live in the present moment. Their associative memory, the ability to link a cause with an effect, is incredibly short. We're talking a matter of seconds, not minutes or hours. The accident that happened at 10 a.m. is ancient history by the time you get home at 6 p.m. So when you point at the puddle and raise your voice, your dog isn't thinking, "Oh, I shouldn't have peed on the floor earlier." Instead, they're making a completely different and far more damaging connection. They learn that your presence, combined with the evidence of pee, equals a scary, unpredictable human. The lesson isn't, "Don't pee inside." The lesson is, my human is a source of fear and anxiety when this yellow liquid is on the ground. This fear creates a vicious cycle. Punishing your dog for a past mistake doesn't solve the problem. It just teaches them to be afraid of you. This erodes the trust that is the very foundation of your relationship. Instead of learning where to go, they learn who to avoid. And what's the logical next step for a dog who is scared to pee in front of you? They don't stop peeing inside, they just get better at hiding it. They'll start sneaking away to a spare bedroom, going behind the sofa, or finding a secluded corner in the basement. You've now unintentionally trained your dog to be secretive. This makes the problem infinitely harder to manage. You're no longer dealing with an obvious accident, but a hidden issue that can lead to permanent damage to your home, and lingering odors that only encourage them to reuse the same hidden spots. So, what's the alternative? It's about shifting your mindset from punishment to management and positive reinforcement. If you don't catch your dog in the act, there is no teachable moment. Take a deep breath and understand that the opportunity for correction has passed. Your only job at that point is to clean the mess thoroughly with an enzymatic cleaner. These special cleaners don't just mask the smell. They break down the proteins in the urine, completely eliminating the scent that tells your dog, this is a good place to pee again. The real training happens when you prevent the act from happening at all. This involves frequent potty breaks and learning your dog's signals. When you successfully get them to go outside, that's your moment to celebrate. Lavish them with praise, give them a high-value treat, and make them feel like they've just won the lottery. You're teaching them that peeing outside is the most rewarding thing they can do, which is a far more powerful motivator than fear. Dogs are emotional sponges. If you're stressed, fighting at home, or gone for too long, they feel it. Many accidents are caused by separation anxiety. So when you leave, they don't pee to spite you. They pee because they're panicking. Have you ever come home and your dog gets so excited they pee right on the floor? That's not bad manners. It's excitement or submission peeing. Puppies especially can't control their bladders when emotions run high. The fix? Stay calm during greetings and slowly build their confidence. Dogs are natural graffiti artists. They mark with pee. This is especially common with unneutered males, but females do it too. It's not about needing to go. It's about leaving a signature. Spaying, neutering, and consistent training usually help solve this. Sometimes we're the problem. Using the wrong cleaning products can leave behind invisible pee scents, making dogs think it's the right bathroom spot, or scolding them so harshly that they sneak off to pee where we can't see. Dogs learn fast, just not always what we want them to. Even the best trained dog has limits. If you leave them alone for 10 hours, they can't hold it. Puppies and small breeds especially need frequent breaks. If your schedule doesn't match their bladder, accidents are inevitable. Dog walkers, pads, or adjusting your routine can change everything. Older dogs sometimes lose bladder control. Others develop doggy dementia, which makes them forget their training. Instead of punishment, they need compassion. More breaks, waterproof bedding, and understanding. We know how incredibly frustrating it can be. You come home after a long day, and there it is again. Another puddle on your favorite rug. It's easy to feel angry, to think your dog is being defiant or acting out of spite. But we need to take a deep breath and shift our perspective entirely. Here's the bottom line. Your dog isn't peeing in the house to ruin your life. Their actions aren't born from a desire to make you mad. In their world, this behavior makes perfect sense, and it's our job to figure out why. So, let's reframe what we're seeing. Every single accident is a piece of a puzzle. It's a message. And that message usually falls into one of three categories: a cry for help, a breakdown in communication, or a golden training opportunity. First, consider it a potential cry for help. This is the most critical one to rule out. An underlying medical issue like a UTI, bladder stones, or age-related incontinence could make it physically impossible for your dog to hold it. Before you assume it's behavioral, a trip to the vet is non-negotiable. It provides peace of mind and ensures your dog isn't suffering in silence. If the vet gives a clean bill of health, then the puddle is likely a miscommunication. Your dog is experiencing a powerful emotion and doesn't have the words to express it. That could be excitement or submissive urination, a sign of deference, not disrespect. It could be anxiety about a change in the environment. These aren't acts of rebellion, they are instinctual responses we've failed to read. And finally, see every accident as a training opportunity. Perhaps their initial house training was incomplete, or a change in routine has thrown them off. This is your chance to go back to basics. Reinforce a consistent potty schedule. use enthusiastic positive reinforcement for successful outdoor trips, and manage their environment to prevent accidents. It's not about punishment. It's about patiently teaching them the right behavior. Once you start looking for the why behind the what, everything changes. You stop seeing a bad dog and start seeing a creature you love who is trying desperately to communicate something important. You transform from a frustrated owner into a patient detective, strengthening the bond between you with every problem you solve together. Understanding is the key that unlocks compassion, and compassion is the foundation of a truly unbreakable relationship with your canine companion. Drop a comment with the funniest or most frustrating accident story your dog has had. And if this helped you, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with another dog parent. Because trust me, they're probably stepping in puddles too.